CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a very exciting one. We have another update coming. We have HQ 26 is here. We're going to go over everything new with this HQ upgrade. As you can see right here, we got a wood storage. We have a new building called the Bunker, which we're going to dive into. It's essentially the clan castle, kind of, from Clash of Clans. So much to go over. It's also going to be available in Warships. We have 3 new mines and a shock mine available at this HQ level. If you guys weren't paying attention to a few videos back, I posted that it is confirmed that we're not going to have 1, not 2, not 3. We're having 5 new HQ level updates coming to Boom Beach over the next, I think, foreseeable future. It's probably, I don't know, I'd say up to 3 or 4 years, something like that. But this is the first one. This is the first one. So HQ level 26. Let's talk about what becomes available immediately as you upgrade your headquarters to level 26, which we will do right now as we are on the dev build, so none of this matters. We are going to finish this for 437 diamonds, because why not? And look at that. That is the beautiful HQ 26. And with that, we still have the same skins, but it's looking pretty sweet. So, what is new once you upgrade to HQ level 26? We can take a look in the Builders tab here. We can get another wood storage. We can get another mine, another shock mine, and most importantly, we can get what's called the Bunker. So what is this guy? What is this bunker? So let's finish the construction right here. 4 gems. And let's take a look at the info tab. So a bunker allows you to garrison troops in your base. Troops can attack from inside the bunker. Some troops have extended range while in the bunker. The garrison cannot be stunned, taunted, or frozen. When the bunker is destroyed, the garrison will leave the bunker and continue fighting. So that simply means that you can't shock the bunker when you're on offense and prevent the troops from coming out. You can shock those troops that come out, and I think you can hit them with barrage and stuff, but you can't actually prevent them from coming out from the bunker itself. So at level 1, it starts out with 5,000 health, 1 garrison space, and air defense plus 5%. So if we go to do this, all we can throw it in right now at level 1. This is your troop screen. So basically what happens when someone attacks you, whatever you put in your garrison, in your bunker, is going to come out and distract and attack your players. So if we apply 1 rifle to that, that's not going to be that much. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to instant finish this out to max, and let's see, let's see how many troops we can actually throw in this thing. But yeah, there's a lot of new stuff in this update, guys. Let's quickly do the rundown here. So, an additional wood storage, 3 mines and shock mine, which we already went over. The following buildings can be upgraded. Sawmill. The sawmill can go up. Where's the old sawmill? Right here. The sawmill is able to be upgraded, so we can take a look at that. Level 11, very cool. A little bit more sleek, a little bit more modern kind of sawmill, I guess. The vault can increase. The vault can go from 21 up to 22, which is going to allow us to now hold a maximum of 1.1 million gold, 850 wood, stone, iron, and it's protected up to 91%, and its health gets increased to 5,700. Next up, we have the we have the vault, the weapon lab, gunboat, landing craft, and armory. So the most important out of those is the landing craft. So landing craft goes up to level 26, which is able to hold 30 troops. So if we look at all the troops available, we are now able to hold how many mechs? We can hold still 2 mechs. I don't think that's going to drastically change anything. 30 riflemen is definitely a lot of riflemen. Is it 4 bombardiers now? No, it's still 3. Okay, that would have been huge. Yeah, so not a ton of change. We can do 7 heavies, which I forget if that was what we could always do or not. 10 warriors, that's an improvement. 10 warriors, 15 Zukas. This is a pretty big upgrade. 10 laser rangers, 7 cryoneers. Tanks the same, Scorchers the same, mechs the same. Grens, I think? Did the Grens go up by 1? Anyways, so yeah, so change the landing craft, which is going to have big impacts because that's also going to affect warships, I believe, too, right? Weapon lab, gunboat, landing craft, and armory. Let's take a look at that new max level gunboat. It looks pretty much the exact same. But we get more GBU with it, so that's good. Sniper tower, machine gun, mortar. So let's just zoom out here. Let's zoom out. And we're going to let's take a look at what everything looks like once it's at max level. Alrighty guys, so everything has been completed with some dev build magic. Look at that. We have newly upgraded sniper towers, machine guns, mortars, cannons, flamethrowers, boom cannons, rocket launchers, critter launchers. And I don't think the skins really changed that much on them. We did get that nice steel solid platform. Garrison space of 8. So you got to be really... I don't know what the range is on this. Where... so here's the troops we can fit in at max level. 8 bombardiers, really? Is that just because I have them... No, I don't have them loaded. 8 bombers, 3... Or no, it's... Interesting. So, I think you can just make 8 at one time. I see. So when you click on bombers, 1, apply. Okay, so then what? Apply. Interesting. Space 0 out of 8. Not enough space. Space 8 out of 8. Okay. Maybe I just clicked on that wrong. So 8. Oh, so a bomber has a housing space. So the number on the troop screen, we're learning this as we go. Number on the troop screen, so we can do 4 Zookas, right? Yeah, 4 Zookas, 8 bombardiers, or we can do a mixture of a bunch of different things. Now, I don't know. It depends how they're going to interact with each other. Maybe let's take a look at that next. Let's see how, when you attack people that have a garrison loaded, how it's going to look on your end. Alright guys, we got a fully loaded garrison. Let's take it down and then see what it looks like. Pop, we had some crying ears there. Did you see it? We had some crying ears. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. We got some crying ears and some Zookas. They are coming towards our troops. They do not get affected by the opposing mines. The crying ear is going to shoot directly through us. The Zookas are going to start picking off riflemen. Look at that. Crying ear and Zooka. Wow, the rifles. So it's going to do a bunch of different things. It's going to distract and destroy, kind of like how they advertise critters. So they only come out once the buildings are taken down, and then it's just like, basically it's the same interaction as Seekers, or as critter launcher critters, right? So that's how you can look at it. It's kind of the same thing as matching critter launcher critters. So very interesting. Let's get back to the rest of the update. So as you guys probably saw there, as we take down stuff, there's a new mode that shows the mission stuff. So as we, take down, we'll do another garrison attack here on Zedmod's base. Although I think that they just kind of got destroyed naturally. There's new little screens that pop up and show you that the connection is lost because nothing works on the dev build. But there we go. Deploy troops. So you get these cool new animations that show you on the boom pass different things that are, your missions as you're able to unlock them, which is really cool. Now, we also have some warship changes. These are mostly minor, but let's go over and talk about them anyways. So, yeah, we can take a look at some of these new defense levels. So this is a level 20 boom cannon. It deals 1,760 damage a second, 21,000 health. So yeah, lots of changes in this update. It's kind of small, but we also get the bunker, which is really cool. And I think most of the updates will probably be similar to this. Like, we'll get a new building, get a new mechanic. And, I mean, I think that's pretty cool. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. And let's go over some of these other little changes. So, warships. Added icons to the various choice nodes when inactive. So, the stat nodes. I assume that's what they're talking about. The stat nodes right now, they show up as just kind of blank nothing nodes. So, when you pick DBD, troop health, building health, it'll actually show up as that icon on the multi-node, which is kind of nice. Negative nodes now check that the player has unlocked enough defenses before allowing in a reduction in those defenses. So I'm actually not sure what this means. If it means it's going to be, like, say right now you have no DBD unlocked, you can get negative 20 DBD. So I'm not sure. Now check that the player has unlocked enough defenses before allowing a reduction in those defenses. Maybe that means you don't have any defenses unlocked. It's not going to show as DBD. negative 20 DBD because you don't have any. I don't know. That seems weird. I don't think we're going to have a lot of negative stat nodes going forward either. I think that was mostly for April Fools. Choice nodes now allow selecting defenses even if a negative node choice has caused their available count to be 0. Previously, the choice nodes would have treated such defenses locked. So it's mostly just bug fixes about the choice nodes. Nothing really too crazy. Seasonal campaign and the Boom Pass. So, lots of changes to the Boom Pass. So sounds have been added to the seasonal campaign interface. And look how much better they look. Like, they just look cleaner. As you can see here, it's got that nice little green line around the ones that you've unlocked. It does show us all of them, I guess, off the start. Maybe that's just dev build stuff. And then we go to the rewards screen. It mostly looks the same. So challenge missions now have a different icon background color, as we just saw. All missions now have a progress bar, added functionality that prevents buying the Boom Pass if too little time remains in the season. So as we can see here, we fully completed the Heal Troops mission, so the progress bar is fully filled out. There are now indicators for mission progress in the home base and on the Archipelago map, which we saw, those pop-ups as we... mission progress as we started to complete the mission. Missions can now be pinned to appear first on the list. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, yeah, look. So all of these have a little thumbtack icon, so we can pin that. And when using hero only, that's really cool, actually. So we can pin them, and it's like, okay, I want to focus on this one, and it's like, oh, where is it? You know, we can just see it nice and clean right there. I like it. Nice change. All players can now purchase season points with gems to progress the reward track. Season points with gems. Interesting. So if you're unable to complete the missions, you're able to buy it with gems. If you're lazy and you want to get the stuff like me, then you can still do that. Missions can now be re-rolled with gems. The cost increases after each re-roll. The button is in the information pop-up. So if we want to go to information, right there, we can re-roll it with 5 gems. And then if we want to keep re-rolling, it's going to keep costing. So we can't just hold out for the easy missions. We got to... either pay to do that with gems or just finish them. So, campaign missions will now award intel at a rate of 1 per 50 points. This intel reward is doubled for Boom Pass holders. So, more intel. You operation guys out there, you're going to love this. Campaign missions now award intel at a rate of 1 per 50 points. So, every 50 points that you get on one of these missions, which is like these things, the 50 artillery, that's 1 intel. So that's lots of intel for your task force, which is great. All right, so let's move on to just general game improvements next. Now, in this update, it also includes, there are some hero upgrades. So we are able to get Kavan up to, I think we already maxed him out on the dev build here. Let's see. So we went over the HQ26, all the stuff you can upgrade. What we didn't say was all heroes can be upgraded 1 level. So I believe, I already did it on the dev build, but these are all going to be the maxed out heroes. So Bullet at 12, Everspark at 17, Kavan at 21, and Brick at 25. So upgrading the hero just uses gold, but we also have, after the upgrade, Kavan's Crystal Critters and Bullet's Taunt can be upgraded to level 7. So 2 new hero ability upgrades, 4 new hero base upgrades. Private Bullet's Taunt getting upgraded to level 7 now allows his duration to be at 8 seconds and his damage limit per hit to be 25. He ignores all the damage that exceeds the damage limit. So he's only taking 25 damage per hit, regardless of how many Doom Cans are hitting him at the same time, which is pretty cool. New feature. There's a new feature as well. This is a new thing. This is called Proto Module Conversion. After the Weapons Lab is upgraded, players can convert Proto Modules for a small sum in gems. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So we can convert these over here. So say you don't want the prototypes. Source, choose different source and target parts. So if we pick source, we can convert 1. Do you want to convert 1 field capacitor into 1 times complex gear for 5 diamonds? So you can, that's kind of interesting. So you can convert 1 into the other. So say you've got 1 million, say you've got 1 million of these, or you want more of whatever these are called. the boomsticks. And you want to convert these to do it. You can convert 1 times for 5 gems or 10 times for 30 gems. So you can basically kind of swap your proto parts around, which is kind of interesting, depending on how many you use. Because I know a lot of you guys out there probably have thousands of one, and then only like a couple hundred of another one. So that could definitely be helpful. So let's talk about the bunker a little bit more. So the bunker is a new defensive building, and it unlocks at HQ 20. Wait. The bunker is a new defense building. Players can build 2 bunkers at HQ 26, which is the highest HQ level. At HQ 26, the bunkers can be upgraded to level 8, so that's when you get them at max level. The bunker has a feature called air defense, which reduces damage the bunker takes from artillery and barrage abilities from the gunboat. Because as you saw before, that's how we were able to open it. So that's probably how a lot of players are going to deal with these things. It's just pop them open with barrage and artillery, let the troops come out, and then either shock them or, do whatever with them. They'll already be out. Because they are going to cause problems if you're just free clearing. It's going to be like even more critter launcher critters on the field, but they're actually strong because they're troops and they have abilities. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. So it's got air defense specifically built into it to reduce the amount of damage from gunboat and from barrage and artillery, essentially, from gunboat abilities. The bunker has no offensive capabilities on its own. The player must garrison troops in the bunker. So that's... If you guys have played Clash of Clans, like I said at the beginning of the video, very, very similar to how that works. I'd like to see a donation feature request where you can request troops from your task force. I think that would be cool. And then they can fill up your garrison, and then they can do it when you're offline too, which is kind of nice. So the bunker has a housing limit, which determines how many troops it can hold. And it cannot hold large troops, such as tanks, mechs, or scorchers. It's only going to hold the troops that it shows on the screen here, the smaller troops. And the units can be freely mixed within that housing limit. So you saw before we were trying to figure out, what can we put with bombardiers? We can't put anything with them because they've got an 8 housing limit. But we can put cryoneers and heavies, or we can put warriors and Zukas. You can mess around as long as you stay within the 8 housing limit. Some troops have an improved range while garrisoned inside the bunker. Riflemen and heavies, they have a plus 50% range. Because without that, they're not really going to trigger opponents until they're already being shot by them. So they would just be standing there. Zukas, Cryoneers, Laser Rangers, again, they get a plus 20% range. So again, just to make them more useful for their purpose in the garrison. For Cryoneers and Laser Rangers, this extends the distance at which the laser is fired, not the length of the laser. When the bunker is destroyed, the garrison exits and continues to fight the attackers. The garrison is restored after each battle, even if a base is raided multiple times. The garrison will always defend the base. If your troops die in any one of those battles, then you're going to have to replenish them at some point. The garrisoning troops does not cost resources. Instead, the troops require constant upkeep in gold, which is the only resource you would use to reload troops. So that doesn't really make sense to me. But this cost per hour is indicated in the user interface. So say whatever, we put a bunch of warriors in. How do we manage that? Upkeep -0. Total hourly upkeep for the current garrison. That's because not enough space. Just put in some Zukas. It's not letting me put in the troops. Did I put in too many? Yeah, just put in 1 rifle. Okay, for some reason mine's not working, but I think you get the idea. The upkeep is automatically deducted from the gold produced by the residences. Island gold production and existing gold reserves do not affect upkeep. Troops cannot be placed in bunkers if their upkeep would exceed the base gold production. Maybe that's why I can't do it. I don't have any gold production because I probably don't have any islands defeated on the dev build here. So maybe that's why. And troops cannot be placed in bunker. We just said that. If base gold production drops below current upkeep, troops are removed from the garrison. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. We can go over the bug fixes next really quickly. This is kind of boring, but just so you guys know. Fixed icon and text overlapping in info/speed up pop-up. Fixed door animation for fortified resident skin. Most of you guys probably are not going to notice these, but like when the troops went in and out of the residence buildings with the new skin, the door animation didn't work, so that's been fixed so the door animation works. Fixed rank up screen info button not opening rank pop up. Fixed wrong rank showing a daily reward ad pop-up. Fixed erroneously showing player resources when visiting other players' islands from warships. Fixed a crash, player receives ER state updates from previous warship battle while in island battle. And fixed an error that caused submarine rewards to always be shards. Now shallower dives give fragments while deeper dives give crystals, which is good. A couple more changes. We've got improvements, we've got balancing. So improvements are hero ability upgrades can now be finished with the attack plan, which is good. That makes sense. It kind of always should have been like that. To fix various player XP errors over the years, a function that recalculates player XP and player level was added. This will be run for every player the first time the game is open after the update. There will be a pop-up showing the change your XP was adjusted. So that just means that your experience points are going to weigh heavier, I believe, in the matchmaking. So it's going to be less kind of... It's a very common new player complaint is that, hey, I'm only... I have 600 VP, but I'm only level 40. Why do I keep matching these max level players? That's always been a thing in Boom Beach. So I believe that's what that's trying to help. Attacking troops will prioritize engaging defending troops, including critters that come in range. Even if the attackers are firing at buildings at the same time, units will not retarget if the defending unit is already targeted by 2 or more attacking units. Interesting. So... yeah, they're kind of the same as critter launcher critters. I would focus on them like that. Supply chests, VP chests now stack up to 8 with a new one added every 6 hours. So there's a change in the supply chests. As we can see right here, we've got 8 out of 8 supply chests available, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's basically it for the improvements. There are some minor balancing changes as well, guys. So player level requirements for HQ levels 4 to 7 have been reduced to make the early game faster, which is great. It's going to allow new players to just get in and play and have fun and upgrade stuff right away. Rifleman build time is reduced to 10 seconds to reduce early game wait times. This increases with upgrades as usual. Attacking troops will prioritize engaging defending troops. We already said that. Remove VP gains and losses from resource-based battles. So now, that's kind of a good change. Like, now when you take down the resource bases, it doesn't give you the 1 VP, and you don't lose one for having it being taken away, because it doesn't really reflect your skill. It's just kind of like, who's online more? Task Force Intel cap has been increased by 50%. Classified items cap has been increased to 5%. At HQ, which is good, that just means you can get more intel, and it means you can get more classified items. Great. At HQ 25, Brick's Iron Will and Everspark's Critter Swarm can be upgraded to level 7. So, with that, guys, that is the entire update. It's a pretty big one. So, the Garrison, that's going to be huge, and it's going to be in Warships, I believe, too. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that's going to play out. Is it going to be only troops that you unlock in the tech tree? I believe that's how it's going to work. I believe it's going to be in Warships. Don't take that for granted, because I'm not 1,000% confirmed, but I believe it does. So that's going to be exciting. And if it's not right now, I'm sure it will be at some point. So very, very cool. So there it is, guys. Sneak peek, the chicken. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to use the code chicken in the shop. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You want to see more. Stay up to date on everything. Boom Beach. We'll catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.